Okay, now we're doing the opposite of what we did yesterday. Now you're going to be given an equation in slope-intercept form, easy to graph. Take the y-intercept, put that point down, use the slope up 1 over 2, we got our line. We're going to take that form and put it into standard form. So now we're going the opposite way. When we get our standard form, again, the easiest thing to do with that is find intercepts, plug in 0 for x and solve for y. Plug in 0 for y and solve for x. So I just keep wanting to go over a million times that difference between the two. What standard form helps us do, what slope-intercept form helps us do, what their purpose is. So how do we go back and forth? How do we take slope-intercept form and how do we write it as standard form? So let's go over that. So this is a little different. I'm not trying to solve for something. I'm trying to rearrange everything. So this is more of a rearrangement exercise. The first thing I want to do is I have a fraction. Well, you know, standard form doesn't have fractions, so I don't want fractions. So just like we used to do with equations when we solved them, we want to get rid of the fraction that I have. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by 2. Hopefully that seems familiar to you because we did it so much before. So I'm going to do what we call clearing the fraction. So multiply everything by 2. So 2 times y is 2y equals 2 times a half is 1. 2 times -3, -6. So now no fractions, perfect. Now all I have left is rearranging. So remember, standard form always goes like a number times x plus or minus a number times y equals some other number. That's like general standard form. So I need to get the x term first, the y term second, equals, and then the numeric term by itself. So this is almost there, but the x is on the wrong side. So I'm going to subtract 1x from each side. Obviously I can't put these two together, so I'm going to rewrite this. And I'm going to rewrite this with my x term first, because that's how standard form should go. My x should come first. So -1x plus 2y equals -6. They cancel. This is almost ready. But the only thing wrong with it is the front term, the x term, can't be negative with standard form. It's just a fussy rule that mathematicians make up to make your life more complicated. So I can't have a negative with that first term with the x. So what do? How do I make it so that's not negative? I'm just going to multiply everything by -1, both sides. I'm allowed to do that. I'm allowed to multiply both sides of an equation by the same number. And doing that will help get rid of that negative front term. So negative times negative, we got a +1x. Negative times +2y, we have a -2y. -1 times 6 is +6. This is my final standard form. If you don't love this idea of you're multiplying both sides by -1, you can also think, I'm just changing the sign of everything. I'm just changing, if you're allowed to, in an equation, change the sign of every term, because what you're really doing is multiplying both sides by -1. So anyway, we'll practice that a bunch, but here's my final answer. Does it match my final answer up here? Yup. The only thing is, do I need that 1 there? Nah, leave it if you want. It's not wrong to leave the 1. Take it away if you want. It's not, it probably looks better like that without the 1, but the 1 is fine. So again, to change something from slope-intercept to standard, I'm going to first clear any fractions. Then I'm going to rearrange, getting my x and y on the left, my number on the right, and then make sure my front term, my x term, is positive. So let's try another one. Okay, so again, I'm given slope-intercept form. Y equals, let's say, -2/3 x plus 4. Step 1, clear the fraction. So we're going to multiply everything by 3. So 3 times y is 3y. 3 times -2/3 is -2x. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, now I want to get the x on the other side. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Let's put the x term first. 2x plus 3y equals 12. Double check, make sure your front term is positive. As long as it is, then you're good to go and you got it. All right, beautiful. One more. Let's go y equals 2/5 x minus 7. Go ahead and try it, come back. Let's clear the fraction. So let's go 5y equals 2x minus 35. Let's get the 2x on the other side. So negative 2x plus 5y equals negative 35. And that front term can't be negative, so let's multiply everything by a -1 on both sides. End up with 2x minus 5y equals 35. Done. Yay.